Okay, my name's Zakashi guys, and in this video here we're going to be discussing how likely is it that MUI Goku is coming for the Legends Festival 2024. You've definitely seen some videos about it. I've posted my own, but I wanted to make a dedicated video pulling together all the information that we've got so far on how likely it actually is, and some other speculations that you might have seen on any social media. I'm going to be putting out a lot more discussion videos, so I'm setting a like goal for this video. Let's try and get over 600 likes on this video. I'm doing all the research for you at this current point, so the day I'm making this video, it's Friday the 8th of November. If more information comes out after this point, then it obviously won't be in the video. At the end of the video, I'll give a probability on how likely it is, not just for MUI in general, but there's obviously different variations that we could see, which I will explain in this video. Let's get into this. I want to also add, I'll be doing more of these videos, so how likely a character is to drop for the festival. We have 2 weeks until the festival, so it makes sense to drop a lot of these. So if you have any characters you'd like to see a video about, if it's a niche character, as I already have some planned, I might entertain it depending on the likes. So like the video and check the comment section or drop your own down below. So the first thing is the biggest thing, and it's the thing that everybody's been discussing the most. It's the Japanese version of the Reveals and Stuff trailer. In that trailer, there's a guy that's literally positioned as MUI Goku. We know that in the 6th anniversary, in the reveals, even before the reveals, so building up to the 6th anniversary, they were showing these clips as a countdown which were attributed to the reveal, and there was one guy posed as Goku, one guy posed as Vegeta, and for both fusing Super Vegeta and fusing Gogeta Blue, they did like a fancy dance, break dancing and whatnot. And for Vegeta, they ended up fusing. For Gogeta Blue, they ended up doing the Blue Bros pose when they were back to back when they were fighting Broly. But obviously both of the guys that were acting out the dance were there to represent Super Vegeta and Gogeta Blue, so it's not ridiculous to assume they would do a similar thing, especially when the room that the person's in is in a similar stage to how the 6th anniversary ones were set up. So if we look at it, we can see the guy in the room by himself. He's got on a martial arts outfit and he's doing the bandages on his hands, and then he hits a pose from the back, pause, and it's the most immaculate pose you've seen over different variations of MUI Goku in games and in the series, official arts, things like that. It's a very iconic pose that we all know, and I'll show it on the screen so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. But if that doesn't scream MUI to you, I don't know what will. A lot of people have also just generally been speculating MUI, so it adds to that notion that he's going to be coming, with this hint being the biggest thing we have so far, the Japanese trailer. I guess you could also point out the fact that he was doing those little jumps. If you guys have seen Solo Leveling, you know they referenced it in there, but it's a reference to the Broly movie where Goku was jumping before getting ready to fight Broly because it was finally his turn. You know Vegeta went first, so the guy in the trailer, he's doing those little jumps. You could point that out as a factor to Goku at the bare minimum. In the trailer as well, there's also some Japanese text. Of course, you guys can't read Japanese, but in the shot where Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta appears, specifically the Ultra, the text says, "Are you ready?" And then later on, after the guy has done his martial arts poses, the Japanese supposedly translates to, "I'll show you a real Legends Festival." Someone pointed out that it's a reference to MUI Goku's "The Real Fight Starts Now," which is a quote of what he says against Jiren. That's everything to do with the trailer. Let's move into some more speculation. This one's a bit of a reach, but it's in reference to the English trailer of the reveals and stuff for the Festival 2024. Now, this has been pointed out by a lot of people, but in the start of the trailer, there's a lot of fights that they show, and they have everybody doing this time those taps. Not everybody, but just stay with me. They have a lot of fights that happen all throughout Dragon Ball, and it's characters facing up in that clash that I mentioned. So if I point out who we have, the first one is Super Saiyan Goku versus Frieza Full Power. Next, we've got Piccolo versus Android 17. Next, we got Super Saiyan Gohan versus Perfect Cell. Then after that, we got Majin Vegeta versus Fat Buu. It then goes to Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta versus Omega Shenron. We got God Goku and Beerus. Trunks versus Goku Black Rose. UI Goku versus Kefla. Then it starts getting really interesting. Gogeta Blue versus Broly. Gamma 1 versus Ultimate Gohan. And remember, these are all anime fights. They're all animated, whether it's a movie or it's in the anime. Canon or not canon. But the last one is the most interesting because it's the only fight that hasn't been shown in the anime. It's a manga only fight at the moment. The anime is obviously on hiatus, so this is unanimated. We see a matchup of MUI Goku versus Beast Gohan. Now, if you read the manga, you already know, but if you guys don't know, these two were actually training on Beerus's planet and they fought each other. I don't read the manga manga, so I don't know the outcome, but stay with me here. The main thing is to note that they fought each other. So the fact that they referenced it in the trailer is quite a big deal. Now, before you get off topic and start thinking, oh, is it possible to get manga characters? I don't believe it is, because they need licenses for that, and most Dragon Ball games don't get that. There's also the additional reason of them not including manga characters in games, because they don't want to confuse the average fan. Most of the consumers of Dragon Ball are anime only, so when they consume the anime and they see something from the manga, it would genuinely confuse them, because they won't know what they're looking at. They won't understand where they saw it. The first time they're seeing it is in a game, they didn't watch it in the anime. So for those reasons, it's very unlikely that we'll get any, and then you might as well write it off completely, manga characters in the game. But what they can do is a Legends original character. Last year we got Bardock and Goku as a Legends Limited. That's not something we've seen ever in the anime, so it's something exclusive to Dragon Ball Legends. If other games have it, that's cool, but we're talking about Legends here. The one thing that is possible to be produced is a Legends Limited Goku and Beast Gohan tag unit. Following the similar trait of how we had the father-son tag unit last year with Bardock and Goku, we get another father-son tag unit this year with MUI Goku and Beast Gohan. It'd be father-son but in their maximum forms. Now, there's already been a lot of speculation of a Goku and Gohan unit, but a lot of people, including me, because of Xenoverse, were expecting a Super Saiyan Blue Goku and a Super Saiyan Gohan from the future. If you haven't played Xenoverse or seen it, Goku and Gohan, it's this timeline stuff. I'm not tapped in that much, but I know that at the bare minimum, where they're able to work together against a bunch of Janembas. Now, one thing I will say, if they do produce a MUI Goku and a Beast Gohan, it would genuinely shake everything in the Dragon Ball sphere, because Legends actually reaches really high limits. And I want to point out this is more possible because of things they've done in the game already. So I already mentioned Bardock and Goku, but they're not afraid to add custom animations and even extra abilities that have never been showcased before in Dragon Ball, even in games. For example, Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta having his 1000 time Big Bang Kamehameha, so much so that they had to update the Wikipedia page. It's the first time it's ever been seen before. And if we look at fusing Super Vegeta, they reference Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, which is a custom animation. He did not do that in the anime. So when they go above and beyond, it really shows that things like this are possible. And before you write this off even further, remember we got 2 Fusion Warriors for part 1 of the 6th anniversary. Before that, everybody thought 2 Fusion Warriors for part 1 would have been impossible. But yeah, that's all the information for the English trailer that we got. There's not much to go about it in regards to the manga stuff, but in terms of a tag unit, it is possible. Now, the last thing I want to reference is last year's festival. Last year in the festival, we got Ultra UI. Not MUI, but Ultra UI. So the omen, the sign, the incomplete version. Now, you can't take much about this, but what is important to note is that it's the first time they strayed from doing their typical Fusion Warriors in the festival. So of course we got Gogeta Blue and Broly that dropped. Then we also have Ultra Super Gogeta. And then beyond that, we also have Ultra Gogeta Blue. So then after that fact, they decided to drop a UI Goku. And at first, a lot of people thought that wouldn't be the case because we're used to Fusion Warriors. But them mixing it up is quite a big deal because it goes against their pattern. So for this next year, this year being the festival 2024, it is very plausible that we get MUI Goku. There's no guarantee, of course, and it's very likely that the trailers hinting towards MUI Goku is more so for a Legends Limited. But what I want to point out is that it is possible since they strayed from it last year. The simple fact UI Goku released as a festival Ultra is a big deal, and I just wanted to reference that in this small segment. Now, of course, we've got the tag unit, so MUI Goku and Beast Gohan. Really thinking about this, yeah, I was actually processing it. If it's just a tag unit, it will just be a Legends original, and I've spoke about this previously, how last year they dropped Bardock and Goku. We had the Legends original father-son, and they're in base form. But in this case, they do a father-son, so now it's not Bardock and Goku. It's like the next step down. We're gonna have Goku and Gohan in their strongest forms, MUI and Beast. It would just be a Legends original. Yes, it does somewhat reference the manga, but in the manga they were fighting. In this case, there will be a tag unit, so it's not a direct reference to the manga. They're just getting their both strongest forms and putting them together for a custom Legends unit. Now, how likely do I think this is? How likely do I think this is? I feel like the overall hype with them putting it together with, like, putting them together is just a big deal. It's such a big deal. And would they waste it this soon? I don't think so. Fair enough, they gave us the reference to bait, but would they actually drop that? I'm not going to say it's impossible, but if they drop a trailer referencing Beast Gohan, it seems more likely. But for what I will say is, it will sell. So I'm going to give this a cool 35. I want to give it 40, but I'm going to give it a 35%. 35%, I think that's a safe number. I don't think they're going to pair Beast Gohan with MUI that much. But hey, I'm not counting him out. It's just what I'm thinking based on the information I have right now. Okay, so I think this is the most probable one. It's going to have the highest odds of dropping as a unit. But you know, obviously he hit this pose. It was a similar pose to this. We have UI sign in the game. This is a non-transforming unit. This guy already has a Zenkai. Does he have a plat as well? I'm not sure, but he does have a Zenkai. That's very apparent. This guy here, he does have a plat, by the way. I just remembered. This guy here, transforming unit, but he's a revival, so you can't activate the transformation on your own. And you can see he transforms into UI sign. So we've got a transforming version of UI sign as well, but we're going to write him off as a revival. We should probably get a transforming version of him down the line as well. But I feel like they've kind of shied away from transformations a little bit. I don't know. Besides from the synchro stuff they dropped, because that was really nice. Anyways, we also have a Legends Limited MUI. This guy is the headliner for the 4th anniversary. Very good unit at that time. He's aged a bit. He could obviously get a transforming version, which is what I'm hinting at. So in this case, we're going to be talking about a transforming MUI Goku. Is it possible for us to get a transforming MUI Goku? How possible is it on a percentage? If you're asking me, I think it's what most people are thinking about. Is it going to be UI sign Goku into MUI Goku? Is it going to be just Goku into MUI Goku? How are they going to do it? Regardless, the point is just he's transforming. I'm not going to do too much micromanagement. Is he going to be revival? Is he going to be transform? I'm not doing that micromanagement. The point is he transforms and his final transformation is MUI Goku. Whether it's timed or not, I don't know. Again, not micromanaging. I think this is the most probable, and I'm going to give this a 90% chance. I'm not going to say it's 100% because it's never 100%. But I'm saying this is a 90% chance. Nothing's going to be higher than this in this video. I can't say he's guaranteed because, of course, this is all speculation. But from the looks of it, it's looking to be him. I think the hints all align to him. And the simple fact that they've had that whole promotion with the guy with the martial arts outfit and him doing the bandages. And he even hit the jumps and he even hit the back pose. Come on, bruh. It makes sense for him to be a transforming. He could just do the UI sign into MUI. He could do the base form into MUI. I don't even care. He just needs to be MUI Goku, and from the seams of it, it's very likely. So 90%, I think that's a very good number for this, but let me know what you guys think about that. Everybody's talking about MUI, but we don't have a genuine transforming UI sign. I don't think it's impossible for them to drop a UI sign based on just the pose he's doing here. It's kind of similar to the one that the guy did in the video. So could we get a transforming MUI Goku, or a UI Goku, sorry. So he'll go from, again, blue to UI sign, but it wouldn't be something that happens because you revive. You can just activate it yourself. How likely do I think this is? I'm gonna give it still, it's probably as likely, maybe just a bit lower. I'll give it a 50% chance for us to get another UI sign when we have the revival one and the purple one. I don't really see the need, especially if it's a Legends Limited, you know. Don't think it's that likely, I'm not gonna lie, but 50% I think is good. You know, coin flip odds. If we're going to get a Ultra Instinct Goku of any kind, is it going to be a transforming UI sign? I don't think it's that likely in comparison to the others, but it's still pretty likely because we're on the right track with a UI Goku. And then to end off the video, we got the possibility of a Ultra MUI. Are we going to be getting an Ultra MUI? Because they showed this hint before the festival's even begun, I think it's more likely we just get a Legends Limited. So I'm kind of writing this off. I think the likeliness for Ultra MUI is so low, and they'll probably drop this in the 7th anniversary as an Ultra. So if I was to give it a number, a percentage, I would put Ultra MUI on the lower end because I think we're more likely to get a Legends Limited. With that being the case, I'm going to be giving this 40%. It's still pretty high, and I think he was one of the biggest contenders for the festival Ultra. But now that they've dropped this reveal trailer, not reveal trailer, but just the trailer for the festival in general 2024, I think it's less likely we get MUI as an Ultra versus a new Legends Limited, as the, you know, the trailer would most likely hint to the part 1 of the festival, just like they did in the 6th anniversary. So yeah, 40% is still a good number, but of course in comparison to the other ones, you know, I don't think we're getting an Ultra. It's definitely going to be a Legends Limited, if anything. But hey man, hopefully this video was informative. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. I put together the pieces of information we got so far. You guys can make your own predictions down below in the comment section based on all the information that you've been provided in this video. And let me know what you think about the percentages I gave for every variation that was possible in my eyes. I think my percentages were good, but you might disagree for reasons of your own. And like I said earlier in the video, I'll be doing more of these videos, this specific type of video. So discussions in general, but how likely is a character possible to come, maybe even tags for the festival 2024. So comment down below anything you might want to see. If it's something niche but it has a lot of likes, I might entertain it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you haven't already, make sure to press that subscribe button. We're on this grind to 200,000 subscribers. I appreciate you guys for watching, man. My name's Zakashi, guys, and I will see you guys in the next one, man.